Welcome, beautiful souls. How are you? Thank you for tapping in, turning on, tuning in with, with that. That's just baby being territorial. Baby being a little territorial with her space. Meanwhile, she got tons of space and she's like 3 pounds. So welcome. Thank you so much for tapping in, turning on, tuning in. I hope that when you are here, you are wonderfully well, my dear, and that you are excited to be here, that you want to be here, and if you don't want to be here, well, love and divine alchemy to you too, and keep it moving. Okay, thank you. But for those of you that do want to eat the mana, that does come in many babbling kind of channeling spins, then and appreciate the soul food, which is whole food, up in here for you, then thank you. Also, I'm not really I gotta stop saying this so that I can stop creating this and cycling this. So I'm only gonna say this for understanding purposes, like like my for those of you that don't know, I'm not really like tech savvy, or like I don't do any kind of special effects or edit, or there's not even a filter on here, you know what I mean. I just pretty much record and upload, and have gotten accustomed to doing it that way. Before, it was part of my resistance when I first started my YouTube channel. That was part of why I didn't want to do it, because I saw so many YouTubers that created awesome videos, and I'm like, I don't know how to do any of that, and fancy schmancy and all this stuff. So, then I pushed through that insecurity and stuff like that, and now I just pose, and it is what it is. It looks how it looks, and all this kind of stuff. And so I've always associated that too, kind of like with the slow lagging of like the growth of my channel too, because I don't do a lot of things that other people do to even promote myself. You know what I'm saying? So, anyways, but I'm learning, I'm growing, I'm dipping my toe into the waters to, you know, learn. So I did come across information here that I saw that YouTube shares it with me, that I have 300 new subscribers, and on YouTube that's an achievement. So I'm like, oh, so that's what I was trying to say. Thank you to the 300 subscribers that have subscribed to my channel. Thank you. And I hope you love it, and enjoy the mana that is here for you, even if this some stuff flies over your head and you're here because I'm cute and sad and whatever. But still, the breed of seed of alchemy, that is the magnifying thing that seeds and breeds and germinates and pollinates the land you receive, my friend, in every kind of command, demand, evolutionary way. So, woohoo! Congratulations. So I just wanted to say, I do appreciate, I am very thankful for the beautiful souls that do find themselves here and receive whatever you receive. Let me know how it is for you and what you like about my channel too. I'm open for communication as well. I would love to grow my channel more. So if you can help me do that too, that was awesome. So if there's 300 of you, I was thinking too, and it just came through in my head. I'm like, where's my 300 likes? like, what the fudge do you follow me for then? If you're not watching or liking, thank you for the subscribe, but I need a little bit more engagement, okay? So I don't know the proper protocol to request such a thing from an audience, you know what I mean, without being as direct as can be, because that's be my way. So yeah, you know, that's how you can engage. You can comment on my thing. You know, a lot of people too, like, they keep on, they'll send me DMs as opposed to commenting on my videos and or on my posts, even on like Instagram and stuff like that. And then I've been having these like epiphanies too, that I'm just like overwhelmed with the amount of DMs I receive on every single platform and my emails and all this kind of stuff. And so as of late, as many of you know, I haven't even been opening any of them. I'm not reading them. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm over here feeling overwhelmed. For what? I don't have to open the fucking email, the DM, or any of those messages. So what was anxious for me and kind of me and generous of me to always reply and respond and do all these things that people want to do, like hitting, you know what I mean? But I got a public freaking platform, so I'm not entertaining any of that anymore. You want to speak to me? Be public. And if we're not friends or associates like that, then I don't know how else for you to reach me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's where I'm at in terms of, like, you know, we ask and, you know, people deny. Meanwhile, they eat the fucking manna and be acting ungrateful or lacking in appreciation or showing support in some kind of way. Like, I'm not with that no more today. I'm not enabling that. So yeah, about those DMs. Unread my phone. Not even looking at it. Okay, that's where I'm at. Okay, just that's my little update. But other than that, like, that was like a sour note on top of a congratulations note and a thank you note to all the 300 new subscribers that I have received. So I just want to say thank you. You know what I mean? I appreciate your presence here, and you know, I would like to say thank you. That was it. I just wanted to say thank you. So I'm going to try to not make this super long, even though I be babbling the way that I do. So I don't know how true that's going to be, but I am on a time limit here, so I can only speak for a certain amount of time. So I'm trying to be mindful of that so that I can get the delivering of the channeling of the messaging that is going to be in regards to this, that is for all of us here. You know what I'm saying? And the topic in mind is this new moon energy that's percolating in our atmosphere, right? The new moon that's coming, although these messages are timeless, and when you find yourself here, it doesn't matter if there's a new moon, full moon, whatever, you know, take with it as it resonates for you. Don't make what doesn't fit. This is entertainment for your entertainment, and therefore you are accountable and responsible. And yeah, you're just responsible for yourself and that how you think, how you perceive, how you do, how you act, how you talk, the choices you make, the decisions you do. Like, that's all on you, right? And because you're responsible for you. And if you're not in a position of that leveling of responsibility for yourself, you see, um, then you know, just this is entertainment for your entertainment. Take that with a grain of salt, and you know, eat the mana that's gonna be for you, and think of it like a philosophical thought. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Okay. Just clear. I'm not responsible for you. You're here, my dear, but I love and I welcome you all here it is what it is, you know. Yeah. So wait, I don't know what's behind. Oh my God, okay. So yeah. Wait. Let me see. Are there any other updates before I go in about this new moon thing and this upliftment and this encouragement? And it's just so funny because I was chuckling to myself, right? And before I hit the record, because I'm like going in here like, and this just goes with my twisted humor. You know what I mean? Because I never know what I'm going to say and all this kind of stuff. This is unscripted in every kind of way. This is, it's just freestyle. And so, often I have an idea, but it's just like free spirit, you hear? It's channel, clear, whatever that be. And so I know it's like this new moon energy that is in Cancer. I didn't check for the Vedic astrology and all this kind of stuff or whatever, but it doesn't matter. It ties into all of it anyways, because even though if it doesn't completely shift and change at that particular date, which is June 28th, it's just my grandpa's birthday. Well, it would have been his birthday. He just recently passed. And so it's just interesting that the new moon falls on that particular day on his birthday and stuff like that, which is going to be really challenging for my grandmother too. And it's just interesting about the transits too, about that, because even though it's a new moon, it's also forming a very tense square with Jupiter, you hear. And so it's just a lot of intensified, magnified energies that are contributing to the influencing ether fields, universal, multidimensional layers of this place we find ourselves awakened to. And if you're not awakened to the space at which you are here to create, then why are you here? But that's not true, because if you are here, you definitely in tune to something, you know what I mean? Because if you wasn't, you would not be here even finding my channel by mistake. You're deep, and that's true. And even if you sit here and you just watch me because you're not cute or you hate me or whatever the case may be, and you find yourself here smiling for somebody else, you know what I mean, or trying to analyze me, or all those reasons why me, whatever the case may be, whatever brings you here, you see, right? Even if it flies over your head, like I said, jokingly, and it's not a joke because this is something that was told to me that there's somebody, hi, you know who you are. Well, you wouldn't even hear this because you only watch my channel to go to sleep. Whatever it be, it's like, still the ultimate be the breed that it's gonna be. So and no importa to me. Like, I'm not gonna take your reasoning and your why you here, like, personally. I do what I do as I do, understanding why, understanding that, overstanding that command, and personalizing your opinion, your position, your perception, and all that kind of stuff as a reflection of me or any kind of thing. 40 plus years of living, I'll say that that is actually a nice, peaceful transition of harmonizing unity to have healed and found in this life experience of mine, to proudly say that at this time. like, like Jay-Z says, like, you brush your dirt off your shoulders. Like, no. Hey, so welcome, and may you be in that alignment of spirit. That is the breed of seed of alchemy that I share here to encourage within you to stand up for yourself too and be like, we can be cool, but you're not gonna feel like that too. You're not gonna try to make me feel bad in any kind of way just because I got these things that I gotta say in my kind of way, and it rubs you the wrong way. Oh, you want to blow your nose? Right? We not play that here. But there's a lot of expansion, my dear. And what better way to further expand when something gotta like press the bend that needs to mend. But anyways, what I was saying about all of this is that I started cracking up a little bit before I hit record, right? Because I'm right here, new moon encouragement too, in regards to even the challenging square and how to even perceive, receive, and open up your own understanding, overstanding, so that you can continue to create that which is of what you want to create, like new moon, white the slate clean, right? Because think about it, right? So the sun okay, but listen, don't quote me on any of the factualness of the things that I say, because that's not the type of, like, I'm not an astrologist, I'm not into astronomy, but I'm just gonna speak as freely as I want to be. You just get the gist of what I mean. But I believe it's like the moon sits closely to the sun, the closest to the sun during the new moon. This happens, cyclically, right? Monthly, lunar calendar. You see new moon, full moon, all these kind of phases of the moon, supposedly, and all this kind of stuff, right? So during a new moon, right? Why do you not see the moon outside during a new moon time, right? It's like black is the still of the night. There is no moon in the sky. Why does that be? Don't quote me, but I believe it's the moon sits closest to the sun or earth or sun, I think it's sun, at this time, and the sun covers it, but you cannot see it in any kind of way. That's why it's like a blank slate. Wipe the slate clean. You know what I mean? New moon encouragement to create that which what you want, right? What is it that you want? The being clear, right? This focal point of clarity that exists, right? And the influencing energies. And we got that in the new moon energy coming in Cancer, which is in the fourth house of, like, again, don't quote me on all these things, but it's like family, right? It's family in the fourth house of family, right? So you got that Cancer, cardinal, water element energy, right? Crab like energy, right? But anyways, before I even go all into that, because I already see where I'm going, I started babbling and then I started pulling cards and all this kind of stuff. But I wanted to say, so I never know what cards I'm gonna use or what I'm gonna discuss. Pretty much leading up until I'm gonna do it, right? So when I'm sitting here, I have tarot cards everywhere. Okay. There's crystals everywhere, okay? There's something mystical everywhere, okay? And so I'm sitting here and I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna grab from that which is here. And immediately I hear, and without even realizing, even though I know they're here, but I wasn't thinking about it, I've been wanting, and my tarot, my tarots call out to me, like, oftentimes, and sometimes there'll be days leading up until I actually answer the call, because it be my alchemy, right? And so, like, and granted, these are tools that we use, but I don't need these tools. Like, without these tools, I don't feel disconnected from spirit, from that which I'm connected to. That's not my relationship with this. My relationship with the divine has nothing to do with tarot, oracles, divination tools, although I love to use them and I make use of them, and I've been drawn to them naturally, and it is a part of my own, you can call it conditioning, you can call it whatever the hell you want to be, but it's my own connection, you see. But I've purged these, you see, to see if this was beyond that with my divine connection and all this kind of stuff. And I cried when I did. I remember the first time I cried, I got rid of everything. I was going through another tower moment of my own revolution of growth, spirit here, what's happening here, right? Waking up, clear, and all this kind of stuff. And so, whatever. but they do call out to me on specific ones, and I'm like, you know, like I hear the call and all this kind of stuff. But I just want to be clear, and I hope that this is your relationship too, especially if you're here. No matter how deep you are into your divine connect and whichever path you take to get yourself there, never be codependent either on that which are these tools that you have to use, because it is you, the divine channeling being, energetic being, that is the stream of connect, that is the vessel, the well, not any of these things, okay? Just being clear for anybody that is new here. You know what I mean? And if you feel like that's, no, I cannot be without my cards, I cannot be without divination tools and practicing, I would say take a time out, darling, and don't use the damn thing, because it is an addiction or something unhealthy within you, codependent on these things, okay? And so you want to get to the root of that kind of pollute, because nah, you got you. You are the divine connector to every motherfucking thing. Okay. But I am a big fan of whatever brings you there. Let it be. Because sometimes it's often these things that bring us to that deep sea that we need to be. So, yeah. Right? Okay. So I didn't know I was going there with that, but whatever. So, oh yeah. So for the last couple of days, these specific cards have been calling out to me. And so it was like instantly, it was like synchronistically, like as I'm looking down, the thought of these cards again pop in my head, and it just so happens that they were the cards that were right here too. So, and it's just interesting because as I have a, like, you know, like I embrace my shadow side and my darker side and taboo side of life, and I'm very open and very eccentric and very accepting of my own eccentricities. Now, that has been a revolution of an evolution. It has not always been that way. And I'm still, as I continue to evolve and transform and grow and infinitely this expansion. So, um, certain things that are trademark symbols of just your own personalization and unique DNA stamping of just characterizations and all this kind of stuff. Certain things don't change, you know what I'm saying? Or evolve with you along the way. And, I got that. There's like an emo too theme or stage to myself that exists, or dark twist and dark sense of humor, dry sense of humor, like, some of the things that I think are funny, some people will find offensive or something, I don't know, or just whatever the case may be. But anyway, so here I am with positivity, like new moon energy, encouragement. And these are the cards that come to mind. It's my Edgar Allan Poe deck that I love and I haven't used on here in a long time. And so it's interesting because melancholy be his life. And so I'm like, here I am talking about new moon encouraging theme, right? And just what does that all mean for each of us here, that, or each of you that are going to find yourself here. Sorry. Right? And so like, yeah, so it's just interesting. So, anytime we're around new moon energy time and stuff like that, it's a time of like this self-reflection moment, of, well, especially now too, like I'm just gonna go into the energies because I said time, I don't want to go into like classroom antics of like just speaking, whatever. Right. So, this is a time of like self-reflection, caring for yourself, your inner being, right? the Tower, first card out, you know what I'm saying? Interesting. And so, you know, and I feel like that could be with the forming of like the square, this intense energy, this bold, right? This boldness, right? Because during this new moon energy in Cancer, which is all about like, you know, our 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 family, our stability, our placement in our home, right? Like it's squaring with Jupiter, which Jupiter is all about expansion, like abundance, right? And this infinite abundance and and openness to that, right? Too, and then you have the new moon going into this Cancerian energy of, you know, the moon, right? Ruler of the fourth house, home life and security and emotional sensitivity too. Like, you know, it's creating like this friction of elemental energy, right? That creates this activation like portal to or lining, right? Because it's activating an angle. It's getting one to react in a way, right? Because Jupiter is in Aries, right? And Aries is this bold, dynamic energy that is also the first of the fire signs, and Cancer is the first of the water signs. So there's a lacking of development that's developing here, and the two are kind of asked to be partners in class, right? To get to know better your own facts as you're diving into new territory that is like a bold undertaking for you, right? So it's like desiring, right? Because think about it, Aries is a push energy, it's a fire energy, it's a erratic energy. Some may, if depending if the Aries is, it has matured or evolved and is balanced and their alchemy, right? They can, if not, they can be irresponsible with their erratic energy that is dynamic and reactive and responsive and dynamic and bold, right? And unafraid, right? That doesn't apply to Cancer in any kind of way. Cancer's energy too, to retract, retreat, to hide, to go into its shell, right? So like the hermit crab in this kind of instance, right? And so now you're forming like this kind of like square. So there's this resistance, right? So you might be in an energy now that you feel you have to take action somehow in some place or space or area of your life, or bringing more balance and alchemy to, or taking care of the things that you need to tend to. And Aries, this square forms, activating the time is now, like push, right? Like it's like my experience, like I do um adventurous things, and even if I do it only one time and like, okay, I had the experience, like I'll never do it again, like the slingshot. I already had that experience. I will never do it again, right? For my own reasons, right? And although I'm glad I did it and I got to the past the fear, and allowed myself to take off my gear, that's kind of like what's happening here, right? So, but like it's dynamic in its energy, right? I put the right, it's dynamic in its energy, and look at the Nine of Wands comes here. I'm gonna read these from this particular book because I always like the takes on different the creator's creations, even though we're going to be talking as I'm talking, free flow energy and all this kind of stuff. I'm going to look at these how I'm going to intuitively look at these and read these as that and such and mention it as I speak. But I'm also going to give the version of the book too as they come out. I'm going to read. Hold on. I'm going to read from there too, to add to the mix of that perspective too, and take with it as you will for you. You know what I'm saying? So, but like, you know, so like I'm looking at this, right? So, and then it's Knight of Pentacles, right? So it's like, right, so like Knight of Pentacles. So even in the traditional tarot of, even in the traditional tarot of the Knight of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles is on a mission. All knights are on a mission, right? So you should definitely, just side note and stuff like that, I am going to be teaching tarot, whether you're a beginner, not a beginner, or new to this or whatever. I have been reading tarot for 35 plus years, all my life, pretty much, my dears. Naturally, too, like I'm an intuitive reader and stuff like that. I am going to be teaching it in a workshop that is rather quite affordable too, available, where you can sign up at richiutopian.com and whatever the case may be. And if those dates that are available that are shown there, I have to add more dates and stuff like that because people have been asking and stuff like that because they can't do these dates and they don't want to miss. So I'm trying to figure out how I'm doing all of this kind of stuff. So I might be changing these dates. I'm not sure. But either way, if you are interested in that, you can just go to witchyutopia.com or you can speak to me here too in the comments and stuff like that. I can give you the information and things like that. But yeah, I like diving in and I do like to explain and I have an interesting perspective and way of, you know, reading too. So we each have that in ourselves, especially if you're a reader, you have a way that's unique to you, you know what I mean? So yeah, so anyways, so and yeah, okay, anyways. So like in the traditional tarot, right? So the knights, right? So what is the knight's mission, right? So it's gonna be different every single time. And knowing the suits of the cards and stuff like that will determine its quest, right? So the Knight of Pentacles. Pentacles is that earth energy, right? That right here, like even here, like so it's like here, there's money. Money, 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 money. Falling on the ground, here you are, the cat dog, the balancing alchemy. Here, Knight of Pentacles having an abundance of something. So the knight is on a quest for this. So the knight might be the slowest moving knight. The Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving knight due to its element, which is energy, which is earth energy, right? And earth energy seems to be this tangible energy here that is tangible. It's a tangible creation that takes time to create, to produce, right? It's right. So like the knight of the Knight of Swords, right? That's a mental energy, quick action, thought, you know, energy, taking action on thought, like, you know what I mean? Um, but with the Knight of Pentacles, and then here with the Tower, and then here the Nine of Wands, right? It's interesting. I feel like, right? And then with the square, right? So with the square that's happening, right, with Jupiter, right, the planet of expansion and abundance, right? So it's like, oh, and then also adding to the mix of this flavoring, I just want to add, Neptune is going retrograde, right? And so as we know that with planets that go retrograde, the theme for that planet and what its um, lessons going to be, it's going to be all reflective dependent on what that's going to mean, right? So you have Neptune, too. Neptune adding, my foot fell asleep. You have Neptune, right? Going retrograde, and Neptune is the planet of dreams and like our imaginations and ruler of, isn't it Pisces and Sagittarius too? either way, you can get lost in the fantasy of certain kind of things, but now it's going retrograde, right? So it's now check the reality of that which you think, see, know, want to create, right? So it's like it's flipping this, like the switch, right? And having you double check your reality of what it is that you desire to create, this new moon wave of this blank slate of activate that is on your plate. Right? And so it's like, so you, it's this intense square, right? This square off, this face off, this oh my, what is it? Might be feeling like we want to take bigger action in our lives towards something in whichever way we feel guided or ready for at this time. And inside, like that crab-like energy, that Cancer emotion shell, like not feeling completely ready for it, right? Still, like, you know what I mean? My mom loves me. Give me a second. Right. So like with this tower, so this new moon energy, like, because again, this is a mixed crowd and stuff like that, but there might be like upheaval, chaos. There's some challenges that you may have been experiencing or facing or going through. Like, this is like, you know, like look at like a falling house, like a strike through the middle of a house, right? So like, so this, for me, this could apply to so many different things. It could be like upheaval or a need for a change or some kind of disruption or some kind of upset or some kind of false reality, some kind of change that needs to be made. Like, it's like something that you could have been resisting, like the falling of something, the striking of something, the change of something, the transformation of something, right? And so, like, the energies now created, like in the atmosphere, like with this new moon and this square and this challenge that you're being presented with at this time, that's influencing your energy in your own life, right? With this 9 of Wands energy here, right? Because with the 9 of Wands, right? It's always like some kind of battle of some kind some kind of struggle. So some kind of unhappiness, some kind of dissatisfaction, some kind of like still like going through. And then because the Knight of Pentacles is what came next, like forward moving steps. So for me, like for those of you that could be connecting here, it could be that there was this chaos of some sort of struggle that has been continuous, or long time battle or struggle or dysfunction in your reality, right? That has cycled through, because the number 9 in itself is all about completion. So there's a completing here of a cycle of struggle, right? Coming to an end, right? Because with these helpful energies and your wisdom and your knowledge and your persistence and your consistency and your dedication and your willpower and your exempling that you are the breed of seed that needs to be the change, the transformation, that you are here magnifying into your own willpower zone and challenging. Yes, it most certainly is. But moving forward, you got this, right? Right? So it's like, and then you have the supportive cardinal element to your energy field. So like, especially those that have cardinal signs in any of their placements, you're going to be feeling this. So that's shit, cardinal signs. I don't know. Why am I I sensitive over here? Why, like, you know, but whatever. But yeah, so we got Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn, right? Anyways, cardinal signs. Like, so we have placements in those charts, you know, their houses and stuff like that. So, but yeah, so like this is a build-up of of the shift into your own foundations of stability, of of family, of home life, of security, homeland security, your homeland security, right? Like meeting the needs of your comfort zones at this time, right? Moving forward, charting new territory, you're feeling you're pushed into taking action for your leveling up of satisfaction, right? You're prompted to reconcile, right? To reconcile with your differences, with that which doesn't serve you, right? How can you meet the needs of your own like comfort zone, because that is being destroyed, that needs to be destroyed, that's the cycle you're breaking, right? And so now what is your relationship, right? So because you have this Jupiter and Aries action energy, right? Provoking this square. It's a provoking square. It's a thought provoking. It's an emotionally provoking. It's a reactive activation, right? It's like a cosmic encouragement to you, right? This Jupiter and Aries being bold through you, in you, like taking action, right? Encouraging you to push forward, right? To move toward your dreams, right? This tower, this crumbling, the rebuilding of that which you decide to create, the ending of the struggle, right? That's not up for debate. This has to change. This has to transform. This has to transmute. This, right? So, what's your relationship with abundance? Too, right? Because this is a cosmic self-empowerment boost, right? So the universe is saying, okay, trust your instincts at this time. Trust the universe, right? Right? Because you are now creating, because this new moon energy cleans, you're wiping the slate clean, right? You're now clear about what your relationship is to abundance. So that's checking your mentals, your emotional, right? So that it can match your physicals, your currency, your energy, your frequency, your vibration, you know? And so, right, with the Neptunian energy going retrograde, the reality check that's beneficial here is that which, what am I making clear about my reality here that had me up in the clouds? So this could too be in regards to how people make you feel. Your closest relationships for real. How healthy are they for real for you? The people that you allow into your energy sphere and space, and then all these things that you want to create and all the things that you want to do. This card was here and it was turned over, and it's the King of Cups energy. Right. So remember, this is the Edgar Allan Poe tarot. So I'm just looking at it. So how does it apply to this creation? So the Knight of Pentacles and then the King of Cups is Naps, right? So, and that's water energy as well, right? This element, right? So like this leveling of self-accomplishment too in your emotional realms and your closest relationships too, and how you're reconciling that for you, right? So the moon is symbolic of like our internal realm of emotions. We must be clear about that, right? What makes us feel safe? What makes us feel protected? What makes us feel nurtured? How do we nurture? What is nurture? What is protection? How am I protected, right? So all these like topics of wherever you are in your development of these thoughts and these securities and these protections and stuff like that is going to be magnified at this time, right? It's all magnified. So it's knowing what you knowing what you knowing what you do, right? Conscious creator, be you, right? In your present day too. I am present here and I'm making it clear. And my relationship to abundance in my currency right now is welcoming it now. How? Right? And we're always like wanting to fill in certain kind of hows, and then we get discouraged with our nows that might not match the ideal of that which we desire to create. But this is that Neptunian retrograde that comes in and can be a great benefactor to this readjustment to your approach to this Knight of Pentacles. The reason the Knight of Pentacles takes so damn long is because he dots every I, crosses every T, and really does his studies as he goes on his quest for that which he desires to achieve, and he always does. That be the king, right? So the king of abundance in this kind of degree, right? I want to look at what the King of Cups means in Edgar Allan Poe. King of Cups, King of I have to start going, guys. Right? In the image, King Pest sits at the head of a table. He wears a crown of pursed plumes and uses a human thigh bone for a staff. The ragtag members of his court sit on a coffin, drink wine, and hail their king. King Pest believes himself a calm, cool, and collected ruler of a mighty kingdom. However, his domain extends no further than the walls of an abandoned undertaker's shop basement. King Pest drinks out of a large chalice representing emotion, fluidity, and imagination, all qualities the King Pest possesses. Poe's short story King Pest takes place in London during the Black Plague epidemic. King and court have contracted the plague and are dying, but they refuse to face that fact. Instead, they live out their final days in drunken fantasy. Two drunken sailors stumble upon King Pest's domain. King Pest demands that the sailors guzzle a gallon of black strap, or he'll drown them as rebels in yon hogshead of October here. They refuse, and a brawl begins. Amid the chaos, barrels are smashed, and a tidal wave of beer floods the basement. The King of Cups is the ultimate boss card. He's creative, emotionally mature, and balanced. He's calm under pressure. He doesn't suffer drama and will drive off anyone negative or chaotic. I love this. New moon. Encouragement for you. He doesn't suffer drama. No more drama. No more drama. No more drama. I hear Mary J. Blige, but I'm not singing Mary J. Blige because I can't think of the words or even the beat. But you get it. No more drama, right? But yeah, he doesn't suffer drama and will drive off anyone negative or chaotic, right? This is especially true in the workplace. His moral compass is strong. He acts on justice and fairness, and he effectively manages his team and family. Beautiful new moon energy. Getting into your King of Cups fly, because you is the boss in your life, and you're getting that at this time. And so allow for this growth, this progress, this transition, this process of progress that's happening for you. Understanding that too, and jumping in even more conscious to the currency of the effect of the wave that you are instilling and growing in this new moon, magnified, blank slate, clean. Let me be clear, let me be focused, let me be in alignment with that which I breathe, seed, and know, because I want to know why I do what I do, when I do, how I do, and so that I make sure that it's in alignment, alchemy with that which I create, because that is up no subject. That's not up for subject for debate, okay? Right? So I'm moving forward on this new territory, on these new lands, right? I have these encouragements from these placements activating, right? This activating angle, right? That with Jupiter and squaring off with the new moon and all this kind of stuff, activating with that friction, that tension, that tense feeling, but being bold. You're being bold to go after that which you want to create, but to be clear with yourself. Neptune retrograde is like reality check. Right? If there is any worry about you not being ready, then get to the details of why that is, and then fill in those details with the act that needs to be created in order to make sure that that feeling is not true. Like, you get what I'm saying? So like, if you're like, oh, I'm worried about launching this new blah blah blah, but yet you haven't even created it yet, stop creating it. Worry about launching it once you have finished creating it. You know what I'm saying? Like, step by step, going, or having created and now you're afraid to launch it. You created it, launch it. You get what I'm saying? Like, so yeah. He acts on justice and fairness, and he effectively manages his team and family. He creates an environment of emotional support and understanding. He's a people person who acts as a coach, providing guidance and sage advice. For some too, I even hear that that might be a person too that comes into your life and helps you. Oh, that's me here. I'm like, what's that? Right? So he creates an environment of emotional support and understanding, and so that might be an influence coming in for you too. Someone that might be a mentor or a guide or someone supportive in your life, and and also embodying these energies of characteristics and stuff, traits that you could recognize because you're identifying them now in yourself. And so this person is like your mirror of health, wealth, self, to help you see the potential that you breed, seed, and need. And please continue to breed and seed and grow within your own evolutionary growth and process, for your progress. So he strives to make sure so he's a people person who acts as a coach, providing guidance and sage advice. He strives to make sure everyone maintains a high morale. Above all, he lives in the moment and has fun. This card is a reminder to use your personal power ethically. Control your emotions and think before you act. In challenging situations, intellectualize your emotions, but maintain empathy for others. Balance the goals of your team with the emotional needs of its members, okay? So, yeah, awesome. So, here we go. So, I have to start really going. So, yeah, so, yeah. So, believe in you, right? And really become clear. You have a few days. You hear? Like, I'm making this video a few days earlier before the new moon, and the influence of it too, could have you even right now feeling heavy too, like, and or a bit like wanting to retreat. Don't interpret it as lazy or any kind of things, or whatever that may be. Just think of it as reflective. This is the moment of time that you have to be introspective, right? That you have to be introspective about that which you want to create, and don't worry about, right, the like, so two cards flew out, the Six of Wands, right, and then the Fool. But when the Fool fell out, it fell out upside down, but I picked it up right side up, right, because that's what's up, like, because that's how it's just gonna be. But like, it's like, don't be afraid of looking foolish or being the fool or being talked about or misunderstood, or like, or judged in any kind of way. Like, be you, do you, in every single kind of dynamic way, because you're further authenticating yourself by allowing yourself to be yourself, to free yourself, to know yourself, to grow yourself, and to express yourself in every single kind of way that is that's going to be wonderful for you, right? So you have the Six of Wands. And the Duke de l'Omelette. The Duke chokes on his dinner and dies. When he comes to, he's in hell, an apartment which through the lurid vista gleams the most ghastly of all fires. The devil, his majesty, tells the Duke that his only chance of getting out of hell is to win a card game. So, they play. The Duke counts, the hand is out. His Majesty counts heavily, smiles, and is taking wine. The Duke flips the card. His Majesty cuts the card. The Duke bowed, dealt, and arose from the table, and presented the king. His Majesty looked chagrined. I hope I said that right. But whatever. Chagrin. Whatever. In this image, the Duke takes his victory march as the crowd cheers him on. His red velvet cloak signifies a will to triumph over adversity, like you, right? Even when the devil may come into you, you rise too, and you say, I got a few tricks up my sleeve as well, right? The green feather in his cap symbolizes everlasting success. The devil stalks him, yet the Duke is untouchable and unstoppable. Did you hear that? He is untouchable and unstoppable. Of course, the devil is gonna freaking go and watch you, clock you, wanna dock you, wanna ride your coattail. They feed off your energy in that way, right? You've achieved a major goal. You're going to achieve a major goal. You are achieving a major goal. Victory is upon you. Take pride in what you've accomplished. This milestone may mark a graduation, exam success, a raise, a promotion, whatever it may be, in any way kind of success that means success for you. You see, you may be thrust into the limelight or receive recognition and acclaim. Don't be afraid to let your light shine, okay? This is your moment to shine. Yay. Okay, don't let your pride get out of hand or you'll find yourself without the support you deserve. Support will be important as you face challenges on the road. You have much more to achieve. Your confidence will fuel action toward your future goals. All right, you have success. There's major achievement celebration, public recognition, awards, and admiration for you to receive. So continue on your journey. You know what I mean? So we're gonna get into that energy, and then look at just your pentacles on the rise too, because you got this 9 of Pentacles energy, right? Cycling, just balancing for you, right? Right, and coming out of feeling left out or leaving yourself out, pretty much, because you got the World card and the 5 of Pentacles. So it's like meeting with your shadow side that has counted yourself out, so that you can now balance that, right? Reconcile with that false image of yourself that had you counted out long before, and forgive that which brought about that energy of misinformation about yourself and your capabilities and abilities, about what it is that you can do, should do, and want to do. You want to do it. Right? So yeah, so thank you so much for tuning in, tapping in, turning on. I hope that these messages were helpful to you and enlightening in every kind of way. This is your opportunity to like this video, okay? I was giving you the opportunity to like it. Did you like it? Let me see. Did you like it? I want to pull a card for you. Did you like it? 3 of Cups. Okay. 3 of Cups. Time to celebrate together. Unifying that harmoniously, right? Victoriously, abundantly. Right? So yeah, so thank you so much for tuning in, tapping in, turning on. There is more to come. So make sure to like this video, to subscribe to my channel. Thank you to all the new subscribers. Thank you to everyone that continues to return to my channel. Thank you for the support of this channel. There is a master link that I am going to share. I always share that master link. That master link is the master link of all links that connect you and I in every single kind of multidimensional metaverse platform that I have available for you and I to further connect on. Also there are things to look forward to here on YouTube land. check out this series, the playlist that I have, and the upcoming video between my cousin and I, and future videos that are coming that I'm going to be doing with other people, and the discussions that we're going to have, and the levelings of Q&A, and third eye awakening that we will be further discussing and being and opening up this platform and channel to this kind of evolutionary revolution between you and I, on this cosmic quantum high that is awesome at this time. And so, in full support of your evolution too, I'm grateful for your energy share here, and thank you so much. My foot fell asleep again. And okay, I'm also on Instagram at Enchantress, ENCHANTRESS. Yeah, you can start over there, and whatever the case may be. Thank you so much. Yeah, 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 yeah.